Tonight, PBS remembers one of the most iconic and influential sporting stars of the 20th century, Jackie Robinson. It was in the spring of 1947 when Jackie walked onto Ebbets Field as a Brooklyn Dodger, the first African-American to break baseball's color barrier. Just days before that game came business, and Robinson put pen to paper and signed his first professional contract. That contract is valued at a whopping $36 million. The owner of that contract is Michele Kontulai, the founder and CEO of The Collector's Cafe, a television show taking a look at historic collectibles. That show was hosted by a man who needs no introduction and was at the field that first day Jackie walked onto it, Larry King. So what are the two different documents that we're talking about?
Well, the first one is the contract. First professional contract was signed with the Montreal Royals. That was the Dodgers farm team.
And here
Jackie
it is.
played there. He played there in 1946 with Montreal Royals. They won the Little League World Series. He was the most valuable player. His teammates carried him off the field in Louisville, Kentucky when they won the last game. Wow. And then the next year, he signed his Dodger contract, and he performed for the Dodgers starting in 1947 when I saw him play. And he was Rookie of the Year that year. He was the first Rookie of the Year in Major League Baseball.
So was it because of his performance with this team that actually led him to the Dodgers?
Correct. He had to show something in Montreal before they'd bring him up, and he was incredible and great player.
Wow.
So this is the Montreal contract.
That's correct. And we actually know they were his contracts because this was the official signature on the contract. He signed it, Jack R. Robinson. But then if you had a magnifying glass, you would read this stamp, and he's signing it a second time saying this was his copy.
Okay.
So this is what really started it all as the first, professional sports contract, as you said.
And the second one he has is the Dodger contract. That's the Major League contract.
Yeah.
This is the one that everyone talks about, breaking the color barrier. Here it is.
My God.
Missing for 70 years, finally unearthed and presented to the American people. And as we were talking about off camera, many historians consider these documents to be the founding documents of the civil rights movement. And Larry has a great story about Martin Luther King.
When I interviewed Dr. King, I introduced him by saying, my guest is the founder of the American Civil Rights Movement. And he corrected me and said, no, the founder is Jackie Robinson.
Wow. On the part of these contracts. How did you find them? How did you acquire them? How are they gone for so long?
I got to tell you, I pinch myself every day and I say, God, why did you put these in my hands? Well, I'm a huge admirer of Jackie Robinson and what he's done. But what ended up happening was somebody acquired them shortly after Jackie signed them. And then that individual locked them up in a safety deposit box for close to 60-something years. He was a historian of history, actually a former Brooklyn borough historian. And then they were briefly sold privately to another individual who then was terminally ill, and we purchased them from him. And we ended up making a decision that the first thing we were going to do is take them to the American people and share them to the American people. And that's what we're going to do. So we're so excited.
Thoroughly authenticated. Thoroughly.
Yeah, it's been authenticated by 3 of the top appraisers and authenticators in the world. Seth Kaller, the Document of Freedom expert, John Resnikoff from University Archives, and James Spence.
So Larry, let me ask you, what was it like that day when you were at Ebbets Field? Did you even know that he was going to be coming out?
Of course. How could I not know? I was 12 years old. It was all over the newspapers. This was a major day in the history of baseball. I can remember number 42 coming out in that bright white Dodger uniform. He was a very dark man, Jackie Robinson. I later interviewed him twice, by the way. When I got into broadcasting, and he was a guest on my show, television and radio. But when he came out of the dugout, we all knew history was being made that day. And,
what was that feeling in the stadium?
Well, you felt it. There were about 28,000. It wasn't sold out, but the fans in Brooklyn loved him. He got a lot of razzing around the league. A lot of people took a lot of desperate things against him, putting black cats out of the dugout, threatening his life. But Jackie remained above it all. He took it all. He turned the other cheek. His real personality was much different from that. After 2 years, when they let him loose, he was a tough, vibrant, almost vicious competitor. Wow. But for 2 years, he had to hold all that in and take all that abuse to pave the way for other black Americans to come forward and play baseball. And they all owe him a debt. And the people of America owe him a debt, too.
All right, well, listen, Michele and Larry, thank you so much for joining us
Jenna,
to speak
great meeting you.
about these
Thank you
contracts.
so
It was
much.
really amazing to be able to see them.
Thank you.